Hey, it's me again. Yep, video. Kind of a response video to Tommy from the Bronx, but really has nothing to do with him. But anyway, just has to do with the idea that, he kind of joked back about how useless I am. Besides I joked about how useless he is, blah, 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 blah. So I just thought I would do a, defend InMendham video, because no one else is going to do it. So I'll do it. Yeah, Tommy, okay, saying you're a comedian doesn't really undo anything. I mean, junk food is junk food. I'm still going to call you and the Amazing Atheist and Thunderbrain and all the rest of these assholes with, they get well over 1,000 views for their videos. Yeah, I'm going to call you junk food, all right? Because that's what you are. You're junk. You're sugar, salt, and fat. No substance. You don't bring anything innovative or brilliant to the table. You just talk the same old crap over and over. And, yeah, I repeat myself, but at least I'm repeating myself with something that other people aren't saying, number one. And I'm certainly willing to engage in argument defending what I'm saying. But I just get a bunch of trolly crap as response videos usually. So anyway, let's go through some of this stuff. The great InMendham, the contribution the great InMendham has provided. So first of all, I will state I have made a few entertainment videos. I mean, I try to throw in a little bit of, a few Twinkies into the mix. Give them a little snack, responsible amount of junk. Got to be a responsible parent kind of thing. So yeah, I do give them some junk food, but it's in small portions. Anyway. 1,000th video, remember that? The Rocky video. Some good videos out there. Happy. But anyway. Alright, so, yeah, I brought the consumption and reproduction focus thing, the bacteria with brains thing. Very few or nobody was really talking about our evolution in those stark and, right to the core kind of terms. And, so yeah, I did that. I've explained a theory, I developed a theory on the development of human intelligence, that sort of pointed out that we didn't acquire our greatly superior intelligence, from the apes, incrementally. No, we acquired it in one big giant pile that we couldn't even use at the time. Because our brain did a slight augmentation to how it stores information and what information it stores, and so it became a verbally focused, vocabulary focused thinking device, and it made it 1,000-fold more powerful as a reasoning machine. That's me. I brought that to the table. Me. Nobody else. Me. You can get on the quantum theory thing. I've done a few videos explaining some alternative explanations for the observed phenomenon regarding particle wave science. Like there's maybe a timing cycle, like a computer timing cycle, and that's why particles don't behave until the timing cycle creates the opportunity for behavior. And that's why they sometimes appear not to react consistently. It's because if they're not in the right place at the right timing cycle, they'll behave differently. How you doing? Bicyclers. So anyway, so that's just some of the stuff. So let's go through the channels I created, because that's basically the 10 great ideas kind of thing, or whatever you want to call them. Alright, so we got the virtual reality thing, all for VR. What can I say? Who else was talking about humanity's violent nature and the rather inescapable math dynamic that violent nature combined with our little bit of intelligence is a dangerous thing kind of thing, spells doom for the future. Who else? Somebody else talking about that? No. Somebody else talking about creating a fail-safe environment for consciousness? Somebody else talking about trying to perfect the environment for the conscious experience, the conscious entity? No. So fuck you on that one too. Anyway, I mean, you made your little lame response video. Do you think you did the subject justice? Or did you just, throw some sticky cotton candy at it? And, so bullshit on you, on that one especially. Because your response was lame and stupid, your argument. Right, Suffering Sucks, another channel. Right, so I've done the vegetarian thing. I've pointed out in very reasonable terms that, we don't have to, all you meat eaters don't have to get nailed to a cross somewhere. You don't have to change your lifestyle. The only thing you have to change is your rhetoric and your propaganda. And just merely admit that you have a stupid addiction, and that you don't think people should be indoctrinated into that stupid psychology. That clearly the world, billions of people function without any heavy reliance on mammal flesh as a food source. And it would be perfectly productive for our society, for our economy, and for the general well-being of human beings if they wean themselves off that silly addiction. It's wasted suffering, and to give it any concession that there is any necessity for it is just stupid. And the only counter-argument comes from people's stupid egos, because they don't want to accept that, yes, they're a bit of an asshole. All right. Boom, doom, boom. All right, channel that kind of combines the economics with the, what I was speaking about before, the nature of the beast kind of problem, and that we can't have some Star Wars future. We can't give human beings a bunch of power because they don't have the brain to responsibly drive it. So the future is going to require, if we're going to survive it, change. Either we're going to have to change every human psychology and make it incapable of deviance and destructiveness, or we're going to have to confine how much liberty we have as individuals for the sake of our civilization. All right, buy some brains. Yeah, and this is another great idea nobody on earth is talking about. The idea of paying students instead of lazy, fat-ass teachers. The idea that you'll do a lot more educating if you put the incentive carrots in front of the kids instead of in front of a bunch of people who are going to be in the business of keeping people stupid almost. I mean, they lose their job if they, if they make education too simple. So they don't apply enough technology. They don't apply the instrumentality that would make it so much more functional. They have the wrong incentives. We got to put the right incentives into the system. For a tiny bit of money, we could prove the case. We could build a national college, an ISO high school, and we could have a bunch of test students, and we could prove the case that if you give kids the incentive, the real practical incentive, real money for the work they do, for the 8 hours a day they put in, that they'll perform twice or 3 times as better. You'll have high school graduates at 12 years old, I claim. All right. Just say no to kids. Another important subject, overpopulation. Made the videos, explains the problems, it's just not as simple. You can't, human beings require organization to be efficient, to live efficiently. They've got to work together, and they've got to exist in an environment that's controllable. You're not going to be able to civilize the Congo. It's not going to happen. We've got to give up on dopey dreams like that. And human beings have to have some sort of responsible expectations for what life can be. Jogger. Switch sides. Hi. Alright, where was I? Graceful exit. Oh, another big, huge, important subject. Your right to die. There's other people talking about it. I didn't invent that idea, but I have proposed the idea that we would have a durable living will, not just a Not as it's explained, where, oh, you have to be terminally ill and all this kind of crap. No, where you simply make a statement when you're 18 years old. You sign a right to die anytime you want to, that you trust your own judgment. And any person who doesn't trust their judgment, or is worried that they're going to go crazy and get depressed and kill themselves for no good reason, well, then they can just sign away their right. And then they'd have to go to a court and request the right if they needed it sometime in their future, and make some reasoned argument why their philosophy has radically changed. But yeah, you can create a system where people can die freely and by choice, and you can protect populations from any coercion to kill themselves. The real fact of that argument is that you'll save so much money in the healthcare system that you'll be able to afford to give more people more health care.